Namaste. Today we'll discuss about why we need to self-realize. Why exactly we need to self-realize. What is self-realization and why, first of all, why? What is the need of realizing the self? Why we have to do it? To be a part of the universe? We want to realize the real source. If we want to know what exactly is happening in the universe, how it was made, what exactly is the essence of the energy, Par Brahm, Paramatma, or we have to realize the self to blossom in life. What is it? Why exactly? Why? Why we need to realize the self? What is the reason? By realizing the self, we can unfold the secrets of the universe, how we have taken birth, how everything has been made, why the ice is there, the vegetation, the gas, the elements, and all the blah blah blah. Whatever we see around us. Why we need to self-realize? We need to self-realize, I guess, to feel the real essence. Why, at first point, it was created. Creation, the creation of all and every each single particle on this planet. The essence of the single tiniest particle is celebration, is completeness. A tiniest particle itself is complete in its own self. We always have a clash between mind and the soul, the real thing. Our mind keeps on directing us on a very mundane path of survival, of actions, basically survival of the fittest, you can say. The mind's job is that. And mind's job is to always keep a wheel, keep you behind a wheel of the truth. Mind will never show you the real thing, what exactly it is. But whereas if we self-realize, once we start self-realizing, there's so many things starts getting unfolded in front of us. This wheel starts vanishing. It's just like the mirror. You have a mirror. It's a glass and the reflective foil. If you just take out the reflective foil from the back of the glass, so the glass becomes transparent. It becomes see-through. Then you are able to see the far behind what is there in the vision, what exactly lies beyond the mirror. So mind contains you. Mind's basic essence is to contain you, is to contain you in the daily mundane chores, daily rhythmical, same rhythm, same, basically in, actions, reactions, so that you don't get to see what exactly is beyond. Mind always forces you to perform, even if when it is not required, you perform. You fall into that habit of performing throughout. which is not required actually. Performance, this universe, the core essence of the universe is itself is so well designed that you really need not perform so much. Definitely, it's evolution. It's life is change. Life is ever changing. Evolution is ever growing. It's happening every time, every moment. But the mind basically resists. Resist your expansion of your being. You can expand. You are one of the particle of the universe. Every drop counts in an ocean. So same way, we all are. We equally hold universe's share. We have we all have equal share of the universe. We are as creative, as celebrative, as colorful, as mystical, and as strong and as ever blossoming as universe is. We reciprocate the universe's essence basically. So again, why we need to self-realize? Why we need to self-realize? To get over the ego. And what does ego does? What exactly the ego's role is there? What exactly? Just think it a second. Just think about it. Just think about ego. I guess ego always restricts my being. I guess ego always make me more narrow. I guess ego is the hindrance between real me and oblivious me. Ego makes me unaware of my own self. Now we understand, now we just take a little look into it. Why the ego was formed? Why it is also required in our day-to-day life, or why the ego first of all exists? What is the exact role of the ego? See, to shape anything, if you are sculpting anything, if you are making, if you take a, if you just start making, take mud and you just start sculpting it, to give a shape, to contain, to give any feature, to give any shape, any kind of characteristics to anything or anybody, you need to have that kind of, containment, that kind of, we need that thing we have to really, what should I say? We need to contain it basically. Ego is definitely good when we are trying to contain something. Why? Because again, the significances of any creation, the platform where any creation is being created, is got some, is pushing power, some power. It is power driven. Anything which is in creation is power driven, otherwise nothing will be created. But since the Homo sapiens have been created now, it was a single organism's ego which actually brought us here till here, where we are right now. So it is required till then. Once we once the seed has been sown, so now the plant will take its own channel, own ways to derive out of it. See, we are born lucky basically. We have a blessing. Why we have so much of things happening in the world? There's so much of data, there's so much of written data is there about self realization and the need to self realize, because this is the one lifetime we get, all of us. All of us, we get one lifetime, and in this lifetime, apart from just doing the basic things, just thinking about to get the prey, first to hunt for it, then cook it, then eat it, there's something beyond it also. Since we have grown from that early man stage, that we are not, we are civilized now, we have a system now, we have cultivated ourselves in a cultural way of living, and now we are going way beyond of that living also. Then now we are getting more particular, and now we are very much up and awake to realize this self, basically the energy which is buzzing, which is a zing. Everything is zinging around us. Everything is zinging. Everybody wants to be somewhere. Everybody wants to be. There's so many. There's so many. Inspirations are there in the market. People want to be like that. People want to be like this. That's all right. That's perfectly fine. Perfection is a daily job. We need to practice daily to be perfect. But what exactly we get after being perfect? Once we, let's say, okay, let's imagine I'm perfect. You are perfect. But what then? What then? What exactly is then? What exactly is then? There's a Chinese saying, before enlightenment, you carry wood and fill the water. After enlightenment, you carry wood and fill the water. So funny. Once you get perfect, if anybody reaches that level, wherever he wants to go or she wants to go, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, there's so many people, they have invented so many things. They've reached that level. Then what next? What next? What exactly? Broadly, in nutshell, this again, you are running after the prey and hunting your prey with wide eyes open and with very well equipped, total setup, where you are sure that you're going to hunt the prey very well. But what's next? What then? What exactly? Where? What we are going to do with that prey? We're going to eat it. We're going to relish it. That prey is going to be in the fridge for, let's say, a month's time. Maybe we have a very good, better technology. It will be there for 5 years, 10 years. Then what? Everything is perishable. Everything we see, everything we know around, everything we get in touch in day-to-day basis, daily basis is perishable. Why we need to self-realize? There is no fun in getting, self-realization. What is this blah 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 self-realization? Why? I'm good doing drugs. I'm good doing just driving my big cars. I'm good doing my job. I'm there at 9 o'clock and I do it, and I'm one of the best of the lords. And why? Since I'm too good in whatever I'm doing, why need to realize the self? Why? Because even without doing, we can realize the self, the basic essence of life, because that is imperishable. Whatever we'll achieve while doing it, while being so much adamant about my workout regime, by being so much adamant about my dieting regime, by being so much adamant about, my focus that 5 years I'm going to I'll buy a Land Rover. In 5 years I'll be shifting out of any country. I'll be staying there. I'll going for a vacation there. That's all right, but what exactly now? What is the breath? You should honor your breath. One should honor his own or her own breath. Every time the essence of imperishable. We are breathing, we're inhaling and exhaling. So why not to find out a way to live with imperishable? Why not to find it out? So that's the first step we think, and it's there. It's a long, rich legacy we have about realizing the self, the techniques, the ways, some kind of regimes where we can realize ourselves. Because in any case, we'll reach the destination. Point is not that, obviously. Sun rays are reaching the planet Earth in 8 minutes. So obviously, when we light the fire, what is there inside us, we'll reach our goal. But aren't we are going to miss out some kind of energy, which is for, let's say, for 5 years? Already it's been long time now. We after the birth, there was school, after the birth, and the school, then later there's so many of different jargons of the information, different views of the information, different views of people interpreting how to live life, what is good and what is wrong and what is right. But what exactly do you think? Why you need to self-realize? Why? Why? We aren't robots. We are just going to, we have already entered in the age of artificial intelligence. I think we going to be the first, we going to be the flesh robots. If we keep on doing that without, realizing the self. What exactly is the self? Every one of us deserve to realize the self, so that we might delay to become robots. We are already under a small umbrella of artificial intelligence. This is because of the mind. This is because the mind, it is mind. We have gone so beyond. If you today think of yourself getting artificially managed your whole day, as it is ऐसे ही हो रहा है, ऐसे it is happening like this. You're running fast. WhatsApp, Facebook, everything you're running. You are on the go. But where? Where to? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Just imagine yourself at the place where you want to be. Close your eyes and imagine yourself where you want to be and feel the moment there. And now tell me, What's next? Self-realization is the basic thing to understand if you talk about soul. If you talk about flesh and robotic kind of lifestyle and oblivious, this planet is not oblivious planet. This planet is not, sustaining in any kind of oblivion. This planet is very much aware planet. We are part of a very much 100% aware system. But why, if we are part of the 100% aware system, we are not participating in it? That's your call. That's your call. 100% your call. This is all fib. It's all it's something very illusion. It's very much illusion. See, transformation is a joy. The best time lived is when we live it. You can't say that the once I'm going to be there after 5 years or 10 years, that will be my best time. No, you're wrong. Let me correct you here. It's 100% wrong. You will be not same biologically. Your body will not be same. Your mind will not be same. Your intelligence will not be same. Your satisfaction level will not be same. Maybe you're going to be more satisfied. Maybe you're going to be more nurtured by the nature. So how can you just set this thing that I'm working for that day? That's all right. It's very good to work. It's good to have dreams. It's perfectly, because it's a dream. What we are living in it's a dream only. But if you are living in a dream, just enjoy it fully. Then only you can say I'm part of the dream. Otherwise, you're not living the dream. You're somewhere in a different tangent. You are living your own life, which is not of awareness. It is so musical, it's so magical, it's so delicious. There's so much of flavors in it. There's so many things, so many expressions. Inaction is the key. Action is definitely required, but inaction is the key to self-realize, because action will put you in a daily grind. Sometimes, please get out of it. Transform yourself joyfully. Transform yourself joyfully. Life itself is an illusion. You are not same as you were 4 years back. Am I right or am I wrong? See, first of all, again, it's daily practice. It's not a magic that we become an Iron Man, we become a Superman, we become a Spider-Man. No, it's not like that. Every moment to moment, we should question ourselves why we need to self-realize. Because self-realize is the only doorway to heaven. And heaven is on earth. Heaven is nowhere else, nowhere there, here. Heaven is here where you are. Love. Do we really know what is love? Do you think we really know what is love? Unconditional love we already live in. This nature, this universe is in love. This is unconditional love which is happening every time. Your body lives with you. Your soul lives with you unconditionally. Till that time you are alive. We see one digit only from 0 to 9. We limit ourselves. But we have capacity, our brain, our self, our Atma is very much potent to understand and to live all the portions by just living aware, by just realizing this self. We have capacity to feel and enjoy all the flavors and the colors and all the zing from 0 to 9. Provided we prepare ourselves. Definitely it takes a bit, some effort. But why not? Why not? Why not to take a small effort? Just be in gratitude. First of all, just be thankful. I'm really thankful to God, to the people, to my family, to my friends, to my clients, to my co-workers, to everybody, to all the experiences in my life which have given me such a wonderfully packaged experience of my life. I can't hold it like this. It's not a mango if you can just pluck it and eat it and have the flavor of it. There's nothing physical in it. Life is to be lived if you are living it. Life is not lived if you are just saying, I'm going to live then or there. So, first of all, gratitude. Gratitude is the main key. And surrender. It's like a water park, it's like a slide. If you lose yourself free, then you can enjoy the ride. Yes? You should package yourself in such a way where you are aware, then all the rides will be fun and frolic. We can live every moment to perfection. It's like mental capacities, physical capacities, we don't utilize them perfectly. There's so many of tools we don't use. It's like we go through whole life till the grave, but these things keep on lying in our closet. We never just use them. So beautiful techniques. Ego. You should get a little above it. Ego. It's too shallow a word. It's good, but where it is required. You have to meet the man in the mirror. And how are you going to meet him? Tell me. You have to just remove the foil from the glass behind. And then it will be transparent. Love you all. Please comment below on this video. Thanks a lot. Namaste.